Hi everyone, my name is Anna, and welcome back to another one of my awesome videos. So, please subscribe and like as well. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to be continuing with the story called Nightmare Machine, and yeah, so here we go. Didn't make any sense, and it seemed like only the people that he was closest to were the ones that acted strange. But he didn't think it was that important. But then again, it was something he was worried about, since there are a lot of myths and legends of two very powerful spirits always at a feud, and sometimes they use other tree climbers to win their fight. And since one of the gods that they worshipped, and also one of the gods that they feared, was, well, the god they feared, or the ultimate power, tree climber, a very, very powerful evil, worse than the devil himself, that struck fear even into the devil. Whereas, even though God was always stronger than anyone else, Amber was almost as strong as God, but not as strong. She was one of the good spirits that a lot of the tree climbers worshipped alongside God as well. But the evil spirit that even Hades himself feared was a creature that was undescribable. He was a shapeshifter, but they say he does have a true form that only Amber has seen. Anyone else who's seen it never lived to tell the tale. And between these two feuds, they would sometimes, both from each side, the good side and the bad side, would possess others to end their feud with each other, or to get a point across. And since the shifter was always a male, not a female, even though he was able to change his shape, his gender remained male. And Amber was also a shifter, but her gender also remained female. No matter what form she took on, she was always a girl. And that's that. And Flutter's a girl, so that might be Amber taking over her. But that doesn't seem like something Amber would do. Amber would never possess somebody else's mind to get her own bidding done. But then again, she is said to have a twisted side, one worse than, well, the shadow. But she would never use it, right? Suddenly, the smell of crisp apples and something sweet caught his nose and took his mind instantly off of what weird things that were happening. Is that caramel apples? Greenleaf turned around. I smell it too. It smells good. Buckshot got up and walked into the kitchen. Wow, Ma, these smell good. However, when Buckshot walked into the kitchen and seen his father, and not his mother, he was surprised. His father doesn't usually cook, and his father has never cooked caramel apples before. Well, at least not that Buckshot knew of. So, Buckshot's father turned around. Wiretooth, his name was. And he was a super dark brown with light brown hair. And one of his paws happened to have had a pad missing on his palm. Happened to have had one of the pads missing on his palm. Oh, hey, Dad. Buckshot said, a little dumbfounded. Buckshot's dad turned around. Hey, Buckshot, where's Greenleaf? I heard you two arguing. I wasn't sure what it was about, but I thought I'd come down and cook something good, just to cheer you two up. Buckshot told his father about what had happened. He didn't tell him what Buckshot said. He just said that Buckshot got into a fight in the bar. And then Buckshot said, I don't really think he deserves anything sweet. But then his father said, well, caramel apples is the only thing we have available today. Your mother hasn't caught any fish, and I haven't been able to go out hunting or to go out to any of the stores to get any meat. I've only been able to harvest a few apples. Well, your mother did. I was able to harvest some stuff from the stores, such as, well, or buy stuff from the stores. Not really harvest, but buy stuff. Like sugar and, stuff you would need for caramel and this and that. And Buckshot said, oh, okay. Well, I guess he can have some then, but I would only let him have one or two. I wouldn't let him have 5 or anything. Despite how small his brother looked, and despite how little he ate of everything else, even certain types of sweets, when it came to candy apples, that was one of his most favorite meals, and he could eat 10, who knows, maybe even more, in half a second. He'd go to a caramel apple eating contest every year and beat everyone. I mean, the one time he almost lost because he was put up with, I think, 11. But still, he downed them faster than the other person, and he won by 2 or 3 apples. The other tree climber was a bit furious about this, though, and tried to take revenge on him. But then again, Buckshot later found out that Greenleaf had actually teased him afterwards. So Buckshot and the other tree climber beat the crap out of his brother to teach him not to tease anyone anymore, since he'd been teased himself once. But then again, Buckshot couldn't exactly blame his brother, since he was still only 12 years old. He wasn't even even a teenage kid yet. He wasn't even a teenager yet. Buckshot was 17, however, and he was much older than his brother, but still, he let his brother off the hook most of the time because of how young he was. And Buckshot understood why his brother kept on bullying others after he was bullied himself. He wanted to take revenge on other people, even if they weren't the tree climbers that bullied him. He still wanted his revenge, which is something that runs in all tree climber's blood, which is a natural instinct in most tree climbers. Anyways, they both ate their caramel apples and went to bed. But before Buckshot went to bed, he told his father what Greenleaf said. His father gasped. Really? I didn't think he'd ever say anything like that. That's odd. You sure? And Buckshot said, yes, he was very honest. That's what he told me. His father looked at him and then looked back at the pot, the empty pot that he was washing the caramel out of. Well, I can believe he'd say something like that, I guess, but for him to make it up like that, I'd be even more surprised at him just saying it in general, actually. Oh yeah, I just turned the light on because, you know, I was getting a little bit annoyed. Oh, and because, like, I don't like the darkness that much because I can't see, and if I don't know what. Okay, you know what? I have to end the video right here, so I am going to unfortunately say goodbye to everyone, and I'll see you later.